Hi there, it's Debbie Anderson here today. I'm here from Inner Liberation Healing. I'm here to help you on your path and recovery from narcissistic abuse and to help you on your path to healing. So today I am going to talk with you about a subject that I wrote about, and I am outside today, so forgive any kind of outside noises that you might hear. I apologize for that, but it's such a gorgeous day that I wanted to just stay outside and see how this goes. So what I'm going to talk to you about today is, how malignant narcissists get away with their evil deeds, and why this is important for us to know and to learn. And in fact, how if you heal from narcissistic abuse, you actually have such great benefits, obviously to yourself, but also to humanity and to the planet, because you are raising your vibration, and this is what humanity needs, especially right now. So let's get into this article, how malignant narcissists get away with their evil deeds. So malignant narcissists seem to be magicians. However, in reality, they're not. They are just really good at manipulating. They are master manipulators. And they get away with so much because they don't just manipulate the people that they target, which is us. They manipulate everyone. It's important to recognize that the narcissist behavior is often considered an individual problem, but in fact it is a societal problem. Narcissists are everywhere in our society now, and this seems to be growing and becoming more prevalent. We're becoming more aware. This doesn't mean that the damage that they inflict isn't affecting you individually. I was in an abusive relationship with a malignant narcissist for many years and can vow that it is very real. And the damage is very real. That you suffer from the abuse. Abusive relationships can have a very devastating consequence and cause us so much harm for years if we don't find a solution to recovering from it, and can even cost us parts of ourselves that we can't get back until we in fact heal. So you can't simply say that you're going to get over the abuse that you've suffered by saying that you understand how it happened. It's going to help that you educate yourself on narcissistic abuse, of course, but you can't truly heal unless you heal from within. And therefore, your recovering from your narcissistic abuse must be done on all the levels, spiritual, emotional, mental, physical levels, to completely recover and heal. And once we know this, we can heal and reach out to help others that have gone through this, other survivors, to help them with the truth, to help them to leave their partners, and to show them how we recovered. So interesting enough, there were very few resources available when I was looking to get out of my relationship, to understand what was going on, and to understand that it was in fact even abuse, and that it was narcissistic abuse. So why is that? When I was trying to find these resources, there were very few available. And this is because there is a general lack of awareness of what narcissistic abuse truly is. So why is that? And that's because we need to attack the problem by creating a more informed public about how narcissists abuse, control, seduce us, and survivors will continue to lack the resources that they need within the mental health system, within the criminal justice system, even on the internet, until we do this and become more informed, we are going to remain in the dark. The number of victims is continuously rising. There were 158 million in the US alone, counting in 2010, including those abused within all types of relationships. And this is according to trauma therapist Bree Bonche. So how do narcissists get away with it? Why are they so very successful at hiding the abuse to the point that it's almost invisible? Well, here are some reasons why that happens and how they get away with it. There are misconceptions that persist about what narcissists are. Some people don't understand what a narcissist is. It can be easy for those that aren't familiar with the more psychological aspects of these concepts to assume that we're just talking about people that are focused on themselves, can't, take themselves away from looking in the mirror or taking many selfies, or they're very loud and somewhat obnoxious, self-absorbed people who believe that the world revolves around them. In other words, using these terms to explain a form of abuse can be a distraction, but there are no additional terms to describe what narcissistic abuse is. The severe and the sinister nature of the abuse becomes lost in the misconceptions of the necessary but unfortunate terms that describe it. Most people believe that others are good. This is how I thought. This is a belief that is part of the social norm. We believe in cooperation because without it there's no society. We establish our basic boundaries, yet we learn to trust that most people, until proven otherwise, are generally living their lives doing the least harm possible to others according to their standards. And those standards most likely overlap with ours when we live in the same culture, same society. And even if we don't, there's some basic idea of what being human, means that we all share. These things might include when you tell someone something, you're telling the truth. You're not counting the white lies that we all speak, like you look good in that dress, when in fact they really don't. So also when we make mistakes and hurt others, we have remorse for what we've done, and we try to correct those mistakes, those hurts, so that in the future we don't hurt others to benefit ourselves. Unfortunately, survivors are like everyone else and have been taken advantage of because of this belief. Narcissists can continue to abuse people because we have a hard time believing that others may not share the value of doing the least amount of harm possible to get ahead. And when we meet someone who seems a bit off, we don't trust our intuition, and instead we trust this belief system which we have kept in our subconscious minds for years, probably our whole lives. People believe they are vulnerable, so that they're too smart to be taken advantage of by a narcissist. So that's why narcissists are so successful at their exploitation. People who have never been through it don't believe that narcissists even exist. They don't understand what it means. They think they'll never fall for anything that they do, and that only certain types of people get involved with narcissists. In other words, what defines people involved with narcissists is that they were involved with the narcissist. They come from all walks of life, all education levels, all races, genders, ages, family backgrounds, mental health backgrounds, and social backgrounds. One of the reasons why it's possible is because narcissists believe or behave in a systemic pattern. While they're in the relationships, they behave very similarly, all of them in a very specific pattern. For example, in the beginning, the love bombing that they throw on us feels like ecstasy, and it pulls you into the illusion, knocks you off your feet literally, and feels like nothing that you've ever experienced in a relationship. But after this phase is done, then comes the lying, the controlling, manipulating, the gaslighting, and the cheating. And of course, this cheating in a narcissistic relationship is not like anything that you might see in a other relationship. Instead, it can be very elaborate, carrying These folks carry on double lives, sometimes triple lives. These lives may involve being engaged or married or living with many other partners all at the same time. In addition, this narcissist that we have come to know may use elaborate covers such as careers that involve business trips and frequent unplanned travel to foreign lands, staying away for extended periods for business reasons. After the trust has been established, the malignant narcissist can ask for large amounts of money to start business adventures, of course, that are going to help you, or even finance lives with others on the side. In addition, they can become involved in prostitution rings, child pornography, the dark web, and other criminal activities. Malignant narcissists often can have drug and alcohol habits to support, and these behaviors are all hidden from us very well, as they are the masters of deception. We don't see them because they are nothing that we would ever think to do or behave like. They smother, they isolate, they monitor, they abuse, always doing what they want. They come and they go as they please and drain you slowly, one drop at a time, and they make you think the decisions are yours, but they're not. And you've been cleverly manipulated over time. Victims don't choose to get involved with narcissists. You're recruited into a very dangerous game of psychological warfare. One of the traits that narcissists use is that they have a lack of empathy. And this works in two ways to benefit the narcissist. First, it works in partnerships with how we give people the benefit of the doubt and believe others are good. We also tend to be empathetic towards them. And this is all part of being human, and it all fits together. Narcissists appear charming and always know what to say and do, but unfortunately they use these traits to take advantage of us, their victims, to get away with their actions. Second, how narcissists treat the victim makes the victim look unstable, and it makes us it makes it very difficult to understand and empathize with the victim or us. In other words, the narcissist uses empathy against others, including the victim, and how the narcissist makes the victim look very unstable. In a passive way, the abuse works against the victim to help the abuser and hurt the victim. So here's a few examples. Narcissists are masters at playing the victim with everyone in their lives to excuse the things that they have done wrong. They may provoke the victim into public argument to take the focus off of them. Narcissists are very willing to do anything to save face. They don't want to reveal who they truly are. This can include telling lies, revealing secrets about you that you don't want others to know, and feigning concern and caring about you when they don't. Often the victim defends the abuser and hides and lies about their abuse towards them to protect them. And this is all brainwashing that the narcissists use to empathize with their very sad tale of having been wronged or grow up in a abusive relationship with their mother, perhaps, or that they have changed and become someone different. Narcissists can appear calm in upsetting situations because they're emotionally detached, yet their victims seem deranged because they have been emotionally abused for years, maybe many years, in very unspeakable ways. Victims often believe everyone deserves a second chance. They project that they have empathy onto the narcissist. And the more outrageous the narcissist's behavior becomes, the harder the victim tries to deny the truth, because it's scary to believe that the deception runs that deep and is so evil. This can entrench the partner deeper into the relationship and further and farther away from supportive people. This means our behavior doesn't appear to make sense from the outsider's perspective because the narcissist has manipulated us into acting on their behalf and not ours. Meanwhile, the narcissist always acts on their behalf and results in emotions and actions that appear consistent to others. The narcissist knows full well that their behavior would appear inconsistent and will lie to maintain a particular facade. high price for these misconceptions. And unfortunately, we're harmed tremendously by these misconceptions. And narcissists are the only ones who benefit from these lies. I hope that this might open your eyes to how narcissists get away with the evil deeds that they do with us and others. And of course, you know exactly what I mean if you're in a relationship with a narcissist. Book a session with me if you'd like to move on from your pain and heal. I'm here to help you. I've been through it all, and I figured out how to truly heal and move on from narcissistic abuse. It's helped me in so many ways, and I've helped many people also to begin to heal and to fully heal from this dreadful abuse that they've suffered. By healing, you help yourself, you help humanity, you raise the frequency of yourself, which raises the frequency of humanity and the planet. Do take care, and if you leave me a comment, I'd appreciate it. I'll get back to you. Much love. Take care. I'll see you on the next video.